go. Here we go. We want to welcome you guys to another episode of Real Talk Radio with your host, Joe Collins, congressional candidate, California's 43rd District. And I have a ton of special guests. Actually, my studio is pretty filled up right now, and I'm excited about it. We're going to get our video up in a minute, so I know you guys can't see, but we'll get that taken care of. But I'm going to bring him in on the second segment. We had a pretty eventful day today. We getting our studio set up, our office set up for our office grand opening tomorrow, 105th and Western. The address is 10501 Southwestern Ave. So if you guys are in the South LA area, make sure you show up and come show your support. I'm a Republican, but it doesn't matter. I think at this point, the only thing that matters out here, what's best for the people. We have a very underserved, underrepresented community in the South Los Angeles area. Maxine Waters, she's been a representative since 1976 as an assemblywoman, then 1991 or 92 or whatever it is as a congresswoman. And the same issues that we faced then, we still face now. So now our goal right now, especially as leaders, young leaders, is to step up and inspire and encourage other people to step up and become leaders, become role models, and take these political positions in our community so we can see our community thrive. So tomorrow, 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. we're going to have our volunteer meet and greet. We're also going to be talking about the way we're going to attack our district. We're going to be barbecuing for the district, and we're going to have a food drive. We have a food drive today. We had 7 pallets of food. We didn't have vegetables this time, but we had chicken, we had pork. We gave it out to the entire community, and it was wonderful. I'm really excited about it. A lot of people always say, you guys are in South Central Los Angeles. You're never going to have white people show up to your office and you got to be the representative for everybody. I'm Black Lives Matter and all the other stuff that they talk about. And I absolutely agree with their perspective, because God gives us the ability to make our own choices, make our own decisions. And if that's what they think, I respect it, even though sometimes it's ignorant, you know what I'm saying? But, God bless those people anyway. But we had a great turnout today, and we're going to have a great turnout tomorrow. I'm excited. We did the invite to where people had to sign up, and we actually sold out. We had 200 spaces on there. We sold out. And so I told them, you know what, just open it up for the public. Let everybody come, and we're going to see what happens tomorrow. But with my special guest today, man, I'm really excited. I'm going to bring him on our second segment. It's going to be a treat, man. We're going to be talking about some real issues in our community. It might get a little heated, I'm going to be honest. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, as educated Black men, we respect each other, and we're going to continue to work for our community regardless if we agree with each other or not. He has his crew in here. He has his fiance in here. I have one of my guys in here who is a part of finance, and it's amazing. And I think that I am absolutely and truly blessed to be able to talk to distinguished gentlemen on my show. Last week we talked about immigration and legal immigration, and I think a lot of people think that when you talk about immigration, the first thing you hear of is the Latino community, but we don't hear about the Africans that's coming from other countries. We don't hear about the Asians that are coming from other countries through the southern borders. Everybody always want to get on the Latino community. And it was crazy because I was speaking with a Latino woman earlier today, and she came by and grabbed some food, and she was telling me that she appreciates the fact that, we didn't dog the Latino or the Mexican culture over here in the United States, and we actually represented the true narrative of immigration, and that is everybody's trying to come to America. And the reason why is because we are the land of opportunity, regardless of the type of opportunity that you're looking for. We have our issues here, and I said it on a radio show before. We have our issues here in the United States. We're not oppressed, and I just want to make that absolutely clear. Served in the military 13 and a half years. I've been to a lot of countries, and I know what true oppression looks like. But what we have here in the United States, this is absolutely not oppression. We have people who made terrible decisions, and we're going to fix that. But stay tuned. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, and I'm going to introduce.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. hit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. That's 800-378-3212.
Hurt me so many times, and I forgave you. But this time, my love, I can't forgive you.
All right, you guys, welcome back with Real Talk Radio. I want to introduce my guest. My first guest to my left, his name is Kerry. And Kerry, he's been a friend of mine ever since I got out the military and moved back to LA. And he's in the financial and healthcare industry. And he's been hooking small businesses up with the PPP loans. I mean, like, I know we're struggling out here in South LA, and he's been a real staple, especially as a young Black man in our community. And my guest to my right is Eli. And Eli has a few nonprofits that he's run. He's very influential in our community, and I want to take an opportunity to thank both of them for being on our show. But I'm gonna let them talk to you about who they are. So let's start with Eli.
Oh, well, first off, my name is Eli Penny. Play football for New York Giants, and I grew up a lot South Los Angeles, Western, same street, Western and 55th, Lawson
Really?
Swap Meet, 51st Street, Western Elementary School, Audubon Middle School. So I'm local. Then I transferred out to Norwalk just because of, the area, and then, with all the trouble it comes with. So, and then I just gained my passion with I was always compassionate about people and life, period, and growth and seeing my people grow. So, when I had my own kids, and it just grew even more. And then now with everything that's going on, it's just like the perfect opportunity to speak up, use my platform, and use what I got to help influence the people to become better.
So what you been doing in our community? Since I know you with the New York Giants, you big time now. That's what people say, you big time. And I know you got a lot of haters.
Never.
And people talk a lot of trash. You know what I'm saying? And they say like, oh, well, when you make it, you don't give back to the community. But here you are back in South LA, back on Western, on one of the streets that you grew up on.
It's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? So what is some of the feedback that you get from people in the community, especially when they see you being,
A lot of people say the same thing, and you kind of get tired of people saying, wow, you coming back and you doing this and doing that. Well, like when I was young, like I went to schools where a lot of these athletes, a lot of these people that a lot of kids look up to, that they didn't come back to the community. And I was one of them kids that was kind of like sensitive about that, like, because I was always into sports, like growing up. So I used to wonder why, like, dang, why doesn't he come back to the school? Why doesn't he come back and do this and do that? I played at Van Ness Park right down the street. A lot of legends played at Van Ness Park, bro. Like a lot of them. And none of them came back to, like, to shoot us new jerseys, new clothes, or just even give us game. Like, so I took that to heart when I was young, like, and I told myself, and man, if I ever get in a position to do what I love and help influence people, that I'm gonna make a promise to always come back and give back to my community in some shape or form, just by doing anything. I do a lot of backpack giveaways, and this kind of like my team, my people that I trust the most. So, this is kind of like my people. So we do a lot of backpack giveaways. We just did our second annual backpack giveaway. It was dope. We sold out. We ran out of backpacks like within the first 20 minutes. We do camps, and we do a lot of football camps. We do a lot of things in the community just so these kids can understand and just see that, like, it's hope, it's faith. Like, I mean, you ain't even got to be the same color as me. Like, this is for everybody. I'm for everybody. So, like, just doing that in our community, it means a lot. It means a lot to me. And I know it means a lot to these kids when, when they get older and they get, and become adults, they're going to remember this type of stuff, and it's going to help them become better people and to people. And that's how I feel like it should be.
I appreciate that. And Kerry, what about you? Tell everybody who you are.
Yes, sir. My name is Kerry Levitt Jr. I went to Morehouse College, graduated in 2016 with a degree in business management. I have a background in law, business, of course, and credit. My company, the name of our company is called The Good Guys, and we stand by that name. And we specialize in credit repair, credit building, funding. We help small businesses get started, and then we also do contract writing. So these are things that, a lot of people in our community when I start talking, people start yawning, so it's one of those things where we really want to help the community, but people have to have the right mindset to really start to get to the right path and do what they need to do. I love what you said, my brother, what's your name? Eli Penny. I love what Eli said. We actually are from the same community. I live right over there, in that same area. So, I love what you're doing. Like, I loved everything that you said. And that's really why we started the company. One, to get financial literacy out there. I forgot to mention that. That's what we do as well, financial literacy. And then also just to get the information out. Once you know better, you can do better. And a lot of people are disenfranchised in our community and don't know the proper information, right? So that's really why we started the company. And right now we're going really, really hard with the funding. We're doing PPP loans. So a lot of people with small businesses, Black-owned small businesses, are struggling right now. So I'm proud to say that we've raised over $3 million so far within the last month and a half. And we're going to keep going, keep counting. The PPP deadline ends August 8th. So we're going to keep going until then. And that's pretty much what we do.
I think that in our community is like one of the biggest things that we face, especially when we talk about small business, because I've been on the news all week talking about small businesses and how 41% of small businesses in our inner cities are being shut down because of coronavirus. Now, I would like to blame coronavirus, but I mean, like, let's be real. When it comes to Black people or Latinos and our community and small businesses, one thing I think people get comfortable with is they open up a business, right? And they say, well, I have my own business and this, that, and the other. Well, the business has no opportunity to expand because the owner is actually working in the business. So from my perspective, these people are not creating businesses. They're creating themselves a job, and they pay themselves on the job that they create. I mean, because if we look at, let's look at Inglewood, right? Let's take Leimert Park for an example, and I'm going to use Leimert Park because I talk to the OGs of Leimert Park on a regular basis. Now, they're talking about with gentrification, with things being rebuilt, and they want to, you got developers want to come into the community and grow the community. They say that, well, we will be priced out of our business. And, when I look at these businesses, but then I compare it to things like, Walmart or Costco, any major brand business, one thing that they don't have in common is I never see anybody who started the business working there. I mean, when the last time you seen Sam Watson or his kids working in their business? You know what I'm saying? But if you go to our mom and pop shops in the inner cities, everybody mom and pop is working in their business. So what that tells me is that financial literacy is definitely an issue in our inner cities when it comes, especially to opening up small businesses. So when it comes to you, Mr. Penny, what do you think that, something that we can do to be able to correct this issue?
Just like you said, like basically fixing our first. Let's start off just fixing our mindset at first, like the mind first, like, you know what I'm saying? Because before you do anything, you know what I'm saying, before like you write it, before you even write anything out, everything starts with your mind. So let's fix our mind first.
Yeah.
Like I started a small business, a gym, and then my goal was just to be like, okay, I want to start a gym because I'm passionate about helping kids grow, seeing people grow, seeing transformation in people. And I started that gym to create a job opportunity for myself. And it's kind of like what you just said, like, you know what I'm saying, at the mom and pop store, the mom and pops really be working at the store, and they create those things to create jobs for themselves. And they kind of forget the bigger picture. Like, you don't see like Walt Disney family working at Disney, like you don't see that. So, I think what we have to start with, like, just work on fixing our minds at, like, before we, you know what I'm saying, start anything, because we do those things and we're not taught.
I got it. Well, we're gonna come back, and then I'm gonna get with Carrie, and I want to hear Carrie's opinion.
Let's talk about your credit cards. When you first start using them, it's a slow drip. You make charges, then more charges, then bills come, and they keep coming. When you open your statements, the floodgates come pouring in. You realize you have more credit card debt than you can afford, and you're barely making the minimum payments. Wouldn't it be nice to make one affordable payment and have all your credit card bills covered? Make this free call and learn our responsible way to get your credit card bills paid and under control.
Sponsored by Consumer Education Services, a nonprofit organization.
800-876-3643. 800-876-3643. 800-876-3643. That's 800-876-3643.
CESI is not a loan company. The establishment of a debt management plan may adversely affect your credit rating. Non-payment of debt may lead creditors to increase finance and other charges to undertake collection activity, including liquidation.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the Tax Helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. That's 800-932-1597.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
All right, guys, we're back. On my show, we always have great music coming back into our show. But, Kerry, go ahead and talk to us about how you feel about financial literacy when it comes to Black businesses.
Well, first off, I love everything that Eli said. I think that it starts with the children. You got to get them when they're young, because when they're young, their brain is absorbing everything. Even when, you got parents that don't think that their kids are paying attention, they're absorbing everything. So we have to get them when they're young, because that's when they start to realize who they are as a person. Me personally, I knew who I was by the time I was 7 years old. My mom and my aunties and everybody could look at me and say, oh, you ain't gonna work for nobody, you gonna be an entrepreneur. And they already knew it, because I was big on diversification. I was big on balancing the checkbook. I knew how to do all that stuff at 7 years old. So really, it's about honing in on the kids, because it's about the household. Of course, when your kids go to school and they're experiencing other environments, it's still about, okay, what's happening in the home, because that's where okay, my parents love me, they're not going to guide me in the wrong direction. So it really comes down to that. And unfortunately, in our community, that's where we struggle. You know what I'm saying? Our dads didn't have a dad, or their dad was in prison, or the dad is dead. So, we don't have any example of what a dad should do or what a dad should look like. So now we're teaching our kids imaginary Santa Claus dad, and we don't have anything to go off of. So now it starts with, okay, getting our mindset right, like Eli said, and then honing that mindset in on our children. So now they can grow up and have a mindset. Jewish people, Armenians,
Nick
all
Cannon
of them
just got kicked off a Vicon for talking about Jewish people. So
okay. I'm just saying. I was actually about to give them their props. I was gonna say that they know all this stuff. Yeah. And we don't. So that's all I was gonna say about them, and keep it at that. So the fact that we don't is, you can lie to somebody their whole life and they're gonna think it's the truth. The minute that you tell them the truth, they're gonna think it's a lie, because they've been lied to their whole life. So that's what comes down to our Black community. Like I said, people yawn when I start talking sometimes, and what it comes down to is, like, sometimes some people they're not receptive to it because they're just like they're so used to being in their bubble that they just don't want to hear nothing outside of that.
That's true.
So that's all I gotta say.
So I think that, especially in our culture right now, like a lot of people really hate listening to the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a black dude, but I'm a Republican at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So when we went to Minneapolis to stand in solidarity with the George Floyd family and also to do what we can to stop the rioting, which it did work and get the other officers arrested, you come back and you have white Republicans saying, oh, well, you Black Lives Matter because you have the black fist and all that stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. Do you understand that I grew up in the 90s, right? With the Black Panthers, with everybody throwing up the I'm not gonna say it's black power, but the fist for empower to the people. And so, just to hear people, the ignorance out of people's mouth to say, oh, because you put up a fist that you are Black Lives Matter, when everybody can see when you go to a Black Lives Matter rally or protest, who are the people that is causing the majority of the destruction in our communities, our black communities?
Speak on it.
These are white kids, white, rich, privileged kids coming to our inner cities, destroying stuff, talking about defund the police. Mind you, we got gangs that are absolutely prevalent. We have domestic violence. We have alcohol-related incidents that are prevalent. We have low-income families that's definitely prevalent. We already have drugs, not just from ourselves, but from the cartel that's prevalent in our communities as well. So when you are a rich white kid and you come into our neighborhoods talking about defund the police, it's not hurting you because you can go back to suburbia. You can go back and pretend like did nothing happen and feel good about yourself because you think you're coming out here talking about things that we like, talking about things that we want. We are not saying defund the police or get rid of the police. What we are saying is we need police reform. We need somebody to go look at these laws that these people use that are being used every single day to attack people in minority communities, Black and Latino communities, or poor white people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're saying. We're not saying get rid of our cops. You know what I'm saying? But one issue that I have is a person told me that, oh, you Black Lives Matter because you hold up your fist. And I said, well, white kids are destroying our communities with the riots. Oh, well, those are leftist liberals. Oh, now we have a distinction. So we have a distinction when it comes to your white kids who have Republican parents destroying our communities. And you can say that they're liberal children, but if I, as a black man, a black Republican, hold up my fist, then I'm all of a sudden Black Lives Matter. I've never been associated with Black Lives Matter. And one of the biggest reasons, I think the movement had a great intention. Right? The movement had an absolute great intention, but they have no paperwork to back that intention up. When Dr. Martin Luther King marched, what did he do? Civil rights bill passed, right?
Yep.
When Black Lives Matter, they're marching. What type of bills do they have in place? Absolutely nothing. So it's like you're marching and you're wearing out the leather in your shoes. You're wasting your time coming down to City Hall, destroying people's communities when you don't even have a damn bill that you can pass in order to make some type of change happen. Nobody cares about you marching. What we care about is that paperwork. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into Black Lives Matter as soon as we get back, and we're going to get into a real controversial conversation.
This is The Entertainment Answer. The new political comedy Irresistible is a bipartisan look at how silly and out of hand elections can get. It stars Steve Carell and Chris Cooper, and Carell said this about the script.
It's really not so much about the politics themselves. It doesn't necessarily lean right or left. It's really mostly about the people who are caught in between.
Irresistible is rated R for language and available on demand starting June 26th. Remember to be safe and smart out there. For This Entertainment Answer, I'm Matt Mungle.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Hill Street Cafe, Burbank, would like to thank all of you for your continued support. During these difficult times, Hill Street Cafe is remaining open for takeout and delivery service from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. They'll be offering a modified menu to keep prices down and maintain the best quality. The safety of their customers and employees is their top priority, and they're abiding by all CDC and Health Department regulations. Order via the Hill Street Cafe Chow Now app or on their website, hillstreetcafeonline.com. You have the option of curbside pickup. We will bring the food out to your car. You are also able to order for delivery or pickup via the normal food delivery apps like Grubhub, Postmates, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. Hill Street Cafe is here to serve you. Call them at 818-845-0046 or come by to pick up at 3301 North Glen Oaks Boulevard in Burbank, California. Hill Street Cafe, Burbank. Pickup and delivery services are available at 818-845-0046 or visit them at hillstreetcafeonline.com.
Hi, I'm Dennis Bono. Join me every Saturday at 6 p.m. and Sunday at 3 p.m. for the Dennis Bono Show live from the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. Enjoy this fun-filled hour with my celebrity friends as they perform, visit, and have lots of fun with me in front of a live audience in the showroom at the South Point Hotel. Please join me Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific, Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific, right here on CRN Radio and CRNTalk.com.
It's totally normal to be constipated with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
Maybe it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
You could have a chronic condition called irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives to help relieve belly pain and let you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Individual results may vary. Do not give to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Maybe it's not occasional constipation. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. You may be able to talk to a doctor online. Visit linzess.com, sponsored by Allergan and Ironwood.
All right, you guys, let's go ahead and cut the music. Let's get right into it. Black Lives Matter. Tell me, Mr. Penny, what do you think about that? I want to know how you feel. Mind you, you are a pro NFL player, right? Mm-hmm. Very influential. Mm-hmm. New York Giants, killing it right now.
Mm-hmm. So just basically how I feel about Black Lives Matter. So this is Real Talk Radio. So, you know, like you said, when Martin Luther King did his thing, it was change. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, the whole movement is kind of like, it's funny to me because a lot of this protesting, a lot of this rioting, it's messing up where we stay at. It's messing up where we lay our heads at. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? We just like this. We out there chanting, I want this done. But that ain't going to create change, bro. Like, if you look at history don't do nothing but repeat itself, for sure.
Facts.
For sure. Repeat itself for sure. And we did this before.
Yeah.
And ain't much change. I mean, a couple things have changed, but ain't much change. We still fighting what we fighting today. So how people talking about defund the police, abolish the system. I'm not gonna lie, when I wasn't as educated as I needed to be, as I wanted to be, I was all for that. But then I had to sit back and think, like, where I come from. It's certain people that belong in jail. I'm sorry, that belong in jail. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think what people really mean to say is that let's reimagine the system. Let's reinvent the system. Let's have these police officers stay in the community that they're policing. So there's no disconnect between the people and the police.
But I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
Okay, go ahead.
And the reason why is because
Talk to me.
You know, we work with the police department a lot on my campaign. And one of the biggest issues that we find is that these cops are not from South LA.
Nah,
these
not
cops
at
are
all.
from Arizona with their terrible tempers.
Not at all.
You know, these cops are from Northern California. These cops are from Colorado. They don't know the social construct of South Central Los Angeles.
Yeah.
They think everybody is a gang member. Right. And it's like these people not gang members. They following the culture. They following the people. They following the hip hop artists, and they following the athletes. They following the influential members in their communities, and they want to be like these people. So they imitate everything that these people see. And so that's why I agree with you. I don't think that, you know what I'm saying, like our cops need to remain in our communities. What I think is they need to put cops from our communities in our communities. They can't do that. They need to train these people on the logistics of our community, the social construct of our community.
That's what he was saying.
That's what I was saying. I don't know how I said it. I just be talking.
No, I understood you, bro.
Because you sound like Jamie Foxx. Hey man, you know, smooth talking and stuff, like, you know, sexy on the microphone. Oh man, come on, man.
That's what they call me on the field. I'm big smooth, but I got really good feet. Okay. Yep. But nah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, put the people that's like my boy right here. He in his little academy stage. I want to see him police his community.
Yeah.
So it's a connect between him and his community.
You in the police academy? Hey, congratulations, man. That's dope.
So we need more people like him.
Yeah.
Moral people like him. So like if you see Lil JJ at the gas station at 2:15, and you know he's supposed to be in 6th period, like. This good brother right here, he gonna be like, hey, I know your mama because I live in the same community as her. So I don't need my weapon. I don't need my gun or anything. Like I can talk to you because I know your family. I know your mama. Yeah. So hey, what you doing out here? Come on, man, get in the car. I'm about to take you back to school. And you ain't gonna get disciplined. Ain't none of that. I'm gonna just talk to you. I'm gonna give you game, and I'm gonna police you. Because I know you and I'm from your community.
Can I speak on what he just said?
Go for it.
Okay, so basically, there's a couple things I want to say. So the first thing is we have to remember that a police officer is a peace officer.
That ain't true.
Well, that's what he's supposed to be.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be a peace officer.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So the sheriff protect.
No, the sheriff is a whole different story.
Cops enforce public policy. So you think a cop is supposed to be talking about peace? That ain't their job. They take an oath to enforce public policy. They don't care about you. They don't care about your peace. They don't care about your rights. All they care about is what law can I find that you break that I can get you on.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Or what law you don't know that I can fuck you over with.
I'm sorry. I gotta pay for cursing.
I'm sorry. I say whatever you need, bro. I'm passionate about it.
I feel you.
No, I feel it. I love it though. I love it though.
Yeah. No. So definitely. Okay, you said that point. You know what I'm saying? So the other thing is, I studied. Shouts out to Morehouse. I studied other cultures. Okay, so I admire the Japanese culture. In the Japanese culture, the officers are marriage counselors. They are community counselors. You know, and these are things that, you know, if you ever been to Japan, I've never been to Japan.
Write this down so we can. Make a note of that stuff so we can get that into our police. We got to talk to Michael more about that.
Definitely.
Keep talking.
Definitely study Japanese culture. If you go to Japan, I've never been to Japan, but I heard that Tokyo makes New York City look like a town. You know what I'm saying? It's super big, but for it to be super big, it's also super clean. If you ever been to New York City, it's super dirty. It's the opposite. So their culture shuns on, you know, if you do something wrong, you have now put a shame to the whole community, not just your family, but the whole community that lives around you. And everybody is in tune and on key with that. You know what I'm saying? So,
but our community ain't got no shame though.
That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? As Americans, we do what we want.
Why don't our community have a lot of shame?
Because we live in the land of the free, and we think that no. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's the truth, but I'm just saying that's the conception, the perception.
Nah. We ain't got no shame because I mean, like, look at the person who grew up with one parent in a household. Look at the perspective of people who grew up with two parents in a household. Now look at the perspective of a person who live on welfare and their kids is on welfare. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about shame, the person who grew up on welfare don't care about nothing what you're talking about. As long as you get that welfare check, that EBT, that SNAP benefits, they don't care about shame. Now you have the person who grew up with one parent in the household, they struggling trying to, you know what I'm saying, make ends meet for their kid. Their child is struggling trying to do something good, so they always feel like they got something to prove. Then you got the kid who grew up with two parents in the household, smooth sailing. So let's talk about that.
Well, I slightly disagree because I know people that have two parents in the household that struggle.
And they
you know what I'm saying? I know people that have one parent in the household like me who thrived. You know what I'm saying? Both me and my sister both graduated from college, single parent household. So it's really just mutually exclusive. I think that's a general statement. You know, in general, we can say that, but there are some outliers. But it goes back to the community. Now, back in the day, we could, if you did something, sister down the street didn't call your mama before you even got home.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And you was getting a butt whooping from the sister down the street and from your mama.
Hey, really quick.
Facts.
Eli Manning. Then Eli Penny.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? So when people say Eli, if y'all in practice, people say Eli, do they talk to you or do they talk to him?
Yeah, we both used to look. People, coach would be like, Eli, we both be like, it was crazy. When I first got there in 2018, we had a corner named Eli Apple, so it was really bad.
All right, so we got 3. We're going to get back into that because I want to finish this conversation.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 888-912-1332. 888-912-1332. 888-912-1332. Call right now. 888-912-1332.
How would you like to save up to $500 on your next vacation package? Any vacation package anywhere in the world. Just call Superior Travel and mention the code RADIO and save up to $500. We'll design a custom, fantastic vacation just for you with all the bells and whistles. Not some cookie-cutter vacation, but a unique, all-included vacation customized by one of our exclusive travel experts. And our service is completely free. You pay nothing more. So why waste your time? Let us do it for you. We've got over 100 years of travel experience to help create the perfect trip for you. Call now and learn how to save up to $500 on your next custom vacation. Pick up the phone, call Superior Travel, and use the code word RADIO.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
All right, so I wanna pivot real quick. Let's talk about this 3 Eli situation. You know what I'm saying? We're about to get right into the NFL because I know you're in the NFL, and it's not common for it's myself to be able to interview NFL players. Like we see them, we hang out, we go party, whatever. But to have one sitting in my studio, man, it's a complete honor. So let's talk about 3 Elis. How did that work out?
So when I first got there in New York, I left from Arizona. Got sent to New York. When I first got there, I already knew Eli Manning was there. That's Hall of Famer, 2 Super Bowls, MVP, champion, all that. So I forgot we had Eli Apple. So man, in meetings it was tough. They'd be like, Eli, we all 3 of us would just look, and then everybody'd be laughing like, man, he ain't talking to you. Sit down, like he ain't talking to you. So that was crazy. And then the coach gave us nicknames. Yeah, you E1, you E2, you E3, and it was cool because we'd eat lunch together. We all just chop it up. How you get the name Eli? What's your real name? How you spell your name? Because I spell mine's kind of different. I spell mine's Elijah. A lot of people spell theirs Elijah. And what's crazy, a story about that is in kindergarten, man, I didn't even know how to spell my own name. My pops used to come home and be mad that I spell it the regular way and not my way. So just the whole name in general is just like a unique situation, bro.
All right, I got to go back on here and change that. I put Eli like Eli Manning. My bad. My bad. Elijah. Okay. Now I want to talk to you about that. You're a running back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I played. I didn't play running back. I played defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
But this was semi-pro. This wasn't even real football.
Ran him over.
I played. Listen, let me tell you something. A lot of people used to say that, but I'm 5'6". I was 190 pounds. I'm not 190. I'm 178 now. I was 190 pounds. I was like a freaking tank.
Okay. Yeah.
The reason why I played defensive end, and this was semi-pro, it's not NFL, right? I never went to the NFL because I went to the Navy, but I think I was too smart. So I was 145 coming out of high school. I didn't put weight on until I actually got in the Navy. But I played defensive end. The reason why they said, like, yo, play defensive end, just run around and do it as fast as you can and hit the quarterback. So that was my thing. So, but for you being a running back, right? You got You got you, and then looking at the history, and I know we were talking about this not too long. Look at the history of the Giants. I think the biggest issue was they got rid of all the good running backs, right? But now we have you. You know what I'm saying? You're a really good running back. You know what I'm saying? So what would it take as a running back / fullback to get you guys to the potential that you can beat and win another Super Bowl?
Like you said, like to me in 2007, 2011, and then back in 87, and then 91. So yeah, I'm real good with numbers. My history is on point. But those years, those teams, they were built on toughness and team and togetherness. So in order to get back to Giant football, that I feel that Joe Judge, our new head coach, he's going to do a great job of us running the ball, get back to the basics of us running the ball, 4 yards in the cloud of dust type football, play action. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones, Shepard, Saquon, somebody like that. And then tough defense. Because, every time you got a good ground game, you got a great defense on the other side that can stop the run. So the thing is with Giant football, like what makes Giant football is that, you know what I'm saying, you have a great running game. And then off of your great running game, you have a great play action, a great quarterback. And then you have a great defense.
So for you being a running back, who do you think will be your ideal fullback for you to blast it at hole? And what formation would you like to run? I like the wishbone.
I'm gonna go I formation, Joe Alstott.
There you go.
That's Mike
Alstott. I'm sorry. I remember his last name because it was on the jersey. You know what I'm saying?
He was a beast. Like I say, I would take me. I like that wishbone idea.
The wishbone
I like
is dope.
the eye too, though. But I like the wishbone because I'm just like a I like learning history, and like that wishbone, it was a part of like the NFL history of the 60s and 70s and stuff.
Jim Brown.
So all that. So that was dope. And my ideal fullback who I would like to have in front of me when I'm running the ball is got to be Lorenzo Neal. Like, man, he blocked for LT for like 15 some years and got him like a couple Pro Bowls, made him a couple million. Like successful.
So I want to say two things. First, y'all, the Giants football, great defense. That's why y'all won. I'm sorry. Eli Manning was above average quarterback. That's what I'm gonna say. But that's digressing. The great defense. You know Michael Shanahan, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Great defense. But I have a question for y'all. Will there be fans at the NFL games this year?
Yes, because people been waiting for the NFL forever, man. Come on, as soon as they open it up, them stadiums will be packed. They know what they're doing.
Man,
I disagree. I disagree.
It don't matter what game you go.
I disagree.
This is America's game.
I disagree, though.
This is America's game.
It doesn't matter if you kneel or not kneel. People gonna be at those games.
I disagree. You could be in the parking lot tailgating all you want to, but it's only 1,000 tickets that got sold because they're gonna social distance y'all in the stadium. That's my opinion.
Hey, my whole crew getting tickets. Sure. Maybe not to the Giants because I'm a Rams fan. My whole team getting tickets.
I got y'all tickets when we get to the Rams game for sure.
But I'm at the ground. I had to take Mike Allstock, and the reason why is because I saw when Mike Allstock blasted through that middle and hit Vinny Testaverde and made him start bleeding. I was like, oh my gosh.
Mike Allstock was a beast, bro.
He was with it.
It's not too many fullbacks I could think of.
So I would take you,
Jerome Bettis, yes.
In the wishbone, I would take you, Jerome Bettis, and Mike Allstock.
I swear to God, we win every game.
Power team.
We averaging 200 on the ground.
Hey, let me ask you this though. I gotta be the devil's advocate.
Okay.
You know who that boy is over there in New York right now in the running back room.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Saquon Barkley is a beast.
Oh man.
He's really good.
So I have to say that. With that being said, Saquon is playing at the Giants, and the Giants still ain't doing nothing. It goes back to defense, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
If Saquon not doing that, it's not the defense. It has to be the offensive line.
Football is a team sport. I don't care how good. Christian McCaffrey put up numbers last year, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
really
the Panthers.
Saquon is an animal. He is very different. He's the best running back. I was so surprised when he was 91 overall rating in Madden because it's a video game. Like he's the most video game like.
Right. That's a creative player.
Yeah, he should be 99.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you said, football is a team game.
Yeah.
If the team ain't performing well, we're not performing well.
And that's what I love about what you said. Like the championship New York Giants teams were.
Hold on. We about to go to a break. I'm gonna come back and we'll get back into it. I got a real question.
Hello, this is Chef Ava, superfood mom and healthy food educator. It is my passion and joy to share with you all I have learned as a professional chef over the years. Come visit me in the virtual kitchen as we live stream together. My online live stream class experience is where you'll be able to ask me direct questions and receive answers as I share new recipes and techniques. To register and stay current on what cooking classes I'm offering, visit my bio on Instagram at AVA5TAR and click on my link tree to see the current schedule and how to register. Tap on the Chef's Feed live stream button and sign up for my very next class. That's AVA5TAR on my Instagram page under Linktree. Once again, to register for my live stream online cooking classes you can take from the convenience of your home, visit AVA5TAR on Instagram and click my Linktree. Keep cooking, and I'll see you in the kitchen.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Attention Italian food lovers. Angelo's and Vinci's Ristorante in Fullerton, California is open for takeout with wine. Can you believe it? Angelo's and Vinci's Takeout is now able to offer you a nice bottle of wine to enjoy with your meal. Order today and get 1/2 price on our special selection of Pinot Grigio, Chianti, Chardonnay, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot. Mamma mia! Order today at Angelo's and Vinci's from our complete award-winning menu and get some great wine for 1/2 price. We hope you're healthy and safe. We want to keep you well fed. Wapo's To Go Kitchen is open from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day, or you can order through DoorDash. Pizza dough, bread, sauces still being made fresh every day. Angelo's and Vinci's named Best Italian Restaurant on the Orange County Hot List. Call 714-879-4022. Angelo's and Vinci's, 550 North Harbor in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. That's 714-879-4022.
All right, you guys. First off, I want to give a shout out to Kenny Cody Beats because they make all the music that we play on our show, and it's really smooth. It's like a little upbeat jazz, modern day jazz type thing. But I want to ask you one question, and then we're gonna get into this thing that everybody calls the untold story because I want to hear about it. So, Cam Newton going to New England. How do you feel about that? That Cam is my dude,
man. Truthfully, how I feel about it, man. Him and Belichick can make well, they can win so many championships together.
Ain't nobody trying to play New England in the playoffs.
Nobody.
I don't know.
People forget. People forget New England had the #1 defense last year.
But listen. You saw when Cam played against the Broncos, and he was too tall.
He was hurt. He was injured. He was injured.
I understand that, but can we not forget that Cam was an MVP?
Right.
He was a beast.
Thank you.
Can we not forget that Cam was an MVP and he's with Bill Belichick?
Yes.
We got to look at this. Please listen to me when I say this.
Bill
Tom
Belichick,
Brady,
one of the GOATs.
Tom Brady, for sure. Tom Brady is the GOAT quarterback.
Yeah.
For sure, he is. But hear me out when I say this. It might sound crazy to y'all. I don't know. Cam is the better talent.
Better talent.
Than Tom Brady, for sure.
100.
Overall.
100.
Tom Brady couldn't run.
He could not run.
He could run, but, you know.
To an extent.
Yeah.
He cannot run.
Look, New England ain't have no receivers last year. Cam Newton is about to transform their whole offense.
Man,
they about to run,
about to extend plays.
They about to. You think
move out the pocket.
You think Lamar Jackson was doing something?
Lamar Jackson
with Cam Newton, and Bill Belichick together. Come on, man.
That's
I think the thing about Lamar Jackson is because he's so young, he think he invisible. But I'm gonna tell you, like
that's why they lost in the playoffs.
Your body catches up with your age.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? can't move the same. You
For
be
sure.
sore a little longer.
For sure. But guys like him, though, like specimens and different type of like freakish athletes, like they last long. Look at AP. AP like 35. And
So
that's my
what
guy.
about the quarterback from Kansas City? I love that dude.
Man, he's a magician. bro.
He's a young guy. He's very talented. Like a lot of young guys coming to the NFL.
If I was
And so
building
I
the
think he has a
team,
long way to go.
Yeah.
if I was building the team, Pat Mahomes #1 pick.
But you have a story too, the untold story. Give us a brief rundown because I'm gonna bring you on my ABC 790 show tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can hear. We're gonna get right into your story, your untold story of how you came from South Central. You know, give everybody a rundown of what they should expect.
Okay, so this story is just about a kid that grew up in South Central, Los Angeles. So I grew up in South Central, Los Angeles. Boom. I played sports my whole life, baseball, basketball, not necessarily football at this time, but we did play sideline pop. I know y'all familiar with sideline pop on the street.
Oh, for sure, on Fifth Avenue, for sure.
And the streets was little, so it made us tough. Too.
Right.
So you always buy a car. So we played that growing up. I've never played padded football in my life until my sophomore year in high school. So then I get to high school. We moved to Norwalk at the end of the 105. My pops was not playing. We was getting out of LA. We moved to the end of the 105 in Norwalk. So I get to Norwalk, boom. I start playing football. I scored my first touchdown, 65 yards. Boom. Cool. Okay, that's cool. My older brother balling, I'm balling. This solid. I like it. So then I start getting scholarships. I'm like, damn, I guess I'm good. Like UCLA coming, UW, USC, all these schools is coming. So mind you, at the time prior to this, like I don't want to be a football player. I'm just playing it because it was fun and the homies was doing it. So I'm doing that. And teams is coming out offering. And then I'm like, dang.
Where'd you go to college at?
I went to University of Idaho. I went to Cerritos first.
Cerritos. JUCO.
I went JUCO. I went to College of Visalia. I went to Cerritos. I went to Orange Coast College. I went to Compton.
Was that because of grades or?
Because of grades. I didn't qualify because I didn't want to play football.
Got you.
So I did all that. And then I went to Idaho. Then got to the league.
Yo, real, don't ruin the story.
Okay.
Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
It's a dope story. I'm going to write a book about it. I'm going to make a children's book. Like, I'm going to make it.
Tell them where they can find you on social media real quick.
Find me at TheAuthenticPenny _35, and then Twitter Elijah P. I'm on Twitter. I'm engaged with people. I talk with people. I have conversations, and this is what I like to do.
All right, you guys, thank you for tuning in. We're gonna have him on tomorrow, 790 KABC, 9 p.m. We're gonna get into the untold story. He gave you his social media. Make sure you follow him. I appreciate both of you guys coming on the show. This is Joe Collins, congressional candidate, California's 43rd district. Peace.
Enjoying all your favorite CRN programming is easier than ever.